Yo, what up, world? This Jinx, and I got another one for you today. So, you know how it is. I gotta jump right into it because I don't want the video to get cut short like my other one's been. I feel limited, like I'm racing through time, like I'm racing time. So, you know what it is. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up if you agree with anything I'm saying. Hit the thumbs down if you disagree with anything I'm saying. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Hit the bell so you can see more of my videos because I'm not going to stop unless I'm forced to. So look, check it out. In some of my videos I slipped up. What I wanted to do was I wanted to have videos where I'm not talking explicit or using, cuss words and stuff like that. But, that's how I talk in my normal life. That's just me. But I don't know, the rules of YouTube, even though I see other people doing it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm Jinx, so that's not a name that I gave myself here where I'm from in Chicago. When you get a nickname, street name, it's something that you don't give yourself. If you give it to yourself, then it's not valid. The streets did give me this name. Originally from the west side. I got my name in Uptown. I was staying in a shelter. My first time in the shelter, 2005. I was 21 years old. The option for me was either go to jail or go to a shelter. So that's what it was. But I just want to let people know, because a lot of people, they like, why is that your name? You shouldn't answer to that name, this or this and that. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But what you got to realize is, when you get a name like that, you don't get it from nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So whether I got the name or not, it is what it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The name really comes from entering situations, circumstances, and with good intentions, but usually always leaving out of the situation or the circumstances with a bad exit. So that's basically how I got the name Jinx, having good intentions but bad outcomes. So let's get into it. The topic of the day is keeping it real. That's something that's it means a lot to me. It's something that I hold real close to my heart. When I was growing up, that's something that I always wanted to be known for, somebody who keeps it real. And I thought that it was a good thing, a positive thing. Well, here we are in 2022, and I'm not really so sure anymore, but it's just a part of who I am. So, okay, so keeping it real, let's just jump straight into it. What does keeping it real mean to you? What does being real mean to you? Okay? And from my experience, keeping it real always meant being honest. You know what I'm saying? Being truthful. Keeping it real always meant being yourself. Not putting on no airs to try to, convince somebody that you this way, but really you that way. You know what I mean? Keeping it real meant being honest. Does it still mean that? I asked a female once upon a time, a few years ago, I said, what's keeping it real to you? She told me, keeping it real is a nigga with money. If you got money, that's keeping it real. So, I don't know if she was joking around or something like that, but I let her know that I was being serious. We wasn't in a laugh and ha-ha type of situation. I just wanted to know what she thought. Because, a lot of nowadays people just use words, but if you ask them what they mean, they don't really have an answer. They want to joke their way out of the situation so they won't have to answer it seriously. You know what I'm saying? But I really want to know if people know what keeping it real mean, or what's their definition for keeping it real. Because I thought it was just simple, like just telling the truth, being honest. So then I started to think. So I made this video because I wanted to put that out there. I want to ask. I want people to question it. I want the conversation to come along, And so I started to get deeper in it, because if you've been watching my videos is about a solution. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring the American population closer together, as I see that we're getting further apart. And whether you know it or you deny it or accept it and know the truth, the answer to a lot of our problems would be us coming together and figuring out how to do this thing called life together, where, people could have each other's backs more, show more love towards each other, and we can have a better outcome in a lot of things instead of negative outcomes. So I started to ask myself, I'm like, why do grown people lie? Because if you're not keeping it real, then you lying, right? So why do grown people lie? And I'm talking about like mid-20s, upper 20s, 30s, mid-30s, upper 30s, 40s, 50s, so on, so on. Why is it so hard to keep it real? And it's certain things that you just can't flat out say to somebody. They just not gonna own up to it. You can't flat out tell somebody that they lying. Person ain't gonna own up to that. They gonna wiggle their way out of it. They gonna argue with you to death about it. It's just something that, in my lifetime, I never really seen too many people own up to that. You can't call somebody fake for not keeping it real. I mean, you can, but they're not gonna own up to it. It's not gonna change nothing. They're gonna argue you to death about they ain't fake, and then at the end of the argument, go right back to being fake. So, I just want you to question yourself when you see this video, if you see this video, if it starts a conversation. I want you to question yourself. Do you keep it real? Are you an honest person? And if you're not, right, and you're a grown-ass person, excuse my language, what causes you to not keep it real? What causes you to lie? What causes you to be dishonest? So I went into a thing inside myself where I just wanted to ask that question and see if I can come up with some answers. So the question is, what makes grown people lie, right? So I came up with a little list. Bear with me a little bit. So I came up with a little list, right? Okay, what is keeping it real? Being honest, telling the truth, right? Okay, so why do grown people lie? What makes a grown-up lie, right? So I got 4 answers that I came up out of my head, didn't have no conversation with nobody about it. It wasn't influenced by anything that I seen or read or anything like that. It's just my own idea. Maybe you can help me with it. Leave something in the comment section. Hit me up. My number 773-230-1175. All right, so here's the first thing that I think makes grown-ups lie, right? Or not keep it real. Number 1, fear. Out of fear, right? Why do I say that? Okay, out of fear. You're not being honest because you're scared of the punishment, of the outcome if the truth came out. That's number 1. Number 2, out of shame, being embarrassed, right? So if you're doing something that you gotta lie about, 9 times out of 10, if you're doing something that you gotta lie about and you tell the truth, reveal the truth comes out somehow, you'll probably be embarrassed, you'll probably be ashamed, right? My answer to that is, you probably shouldn't be doing something that you gotta lie about and be embarrassed about, be ashamed about doing. Number 3 is out of deceit. Somebody trying to use somebody in a selfish way to get something out of somebody, and they don't want to be a decent human being and be able to do for that person as they trying to get something done for themselves through that person. So out of deceit, 4th thing is out of control, manipulation. But here's the tricky part about the controlling way of lying and being manipulative. You can also be helping somebody when you lie for those type of reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could lie to help somebody, save somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to support that. We all know that we lie in this world, and we have our reasons for it. But what about the people who just lie just to be lying? Just, simple conversation, somebody that you ain't even talking to, and they walk up to you and they just start lying about something. What about those people? We don't need that. We don't need that. Maybe some of the necessary lies, okay, but a lot of the lies we don't need. So what makes people lie? What makes grown-ups lie? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say, like, I'm an angel. I'm not trying to say I'm perfect or nothing like that. I mean, that goes without saying, because none of us are, right? But keeping it real. What's so hard about keeping it real? We just gotta try to keep it simple, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the name of my show is about solutions, right? So of course I'm talking about this topic about keeping it real, but I also want to throw some solutions out there, how we can fix this problem, maybe make this problem a little better, bring people closer together, you know what I'm saying? So my image that I'm trying to put out, I don't want to be known as raunchy or hard to deal with or nothing like that. I do want to be known as somebody who keeps it real, tell the truth, speak my mind, be who I am. Hopefully I'm accepted for who I am, and I can accept you for who you are, which I tried to, go my whole life under those principles. But, another thing is, I don't want to use, my videos, my platform or whatever to, knock nobody else. I'm not trying to, troll anybody or, trying to put nobody down. I'm all about uplifting my people, but I gotta point out some of the bad ways that we got out here in this world that's just tearing us apart from each other. And so I try to make myself the example that I'm asking you to be, so we can have a better tomorrow. So, I mean, I can start with myself, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not ashamed. So, keeping it real. I'm not a perfect person. I mean, I've been a failure my whole life. A loser, a failure, however you want to call it. I've been a failure my whole life. I failed at so many things. I mean, I failed at pretty much everything. I mean, I failed as a son on both sides. To my pops, I'm sorry. I just want to make you proud. To my mom, I'm sorry. I just want to make you proud. Be accepted for who I am and what I have to offer. But I failed. I failed as a boyfriend. Sorry to my exes. I failed as a husband. I failed as a father. I failed as a friend. I failed at family member, cousin, a nephew. I mean, I failed at as an employee. I failed as a student. I failed at pretty much everything in my life. So, I mean, I'm man enough to own up to that, though. Like, it's the truth, though. It's being honest. It's keeping it real. So what causes you to not keep it real if you're one of those people? You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the statistics, right? Everybody out here want to say that they a baller, they got money, they doing it big, they living their best life, right? But the statistics show that that's not true. It's only about a good 10% of people out here that's doing their thing. And you know what? I even expand it to about a good 25%. 25% of the population that's out here doing their thing. But what do you see on Facebook, though? Everybody's doing it big. What do you see on Instagram? Everybody's doing it big. Nobody got no problems. Everybody's living their best life, right? But that's not true, though. So who are you trying to fool? Me or yourself? The people or yourself? Who are you trying to fool? Just own up to it. I mean, if that's what you want to do and you speaking it to existence, that's cool, but that's a difference between what reality is and what you want reality to become. So I just want to start this conversation and just put it out there, like, what's keeping it real? What is keeping it real? And can we start keeping it real if we ain't right now? Can we, be honest with each other? So here's the solution. Just try to be more honest. Let somebody accept you for who you are. Give love and allow yourself to be loved and just come as you are. It don't mean lack of striving to be better. Yes, we all want to be better, and we all should be striving to be better. But as things are now, as things are today, don't be ashamed. A lot of the great people, failed. But you gotta own up to that so you can be able to move to the next level, so you can be able to come in the game again when you're ready and give it a better shot than you did the last time. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, don't be one of these people who's scared to fail, meaning you don't ever attempt to do anything. I see what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, start a movement as far as creating American peace, bringing the population together, solutions of how we could do that, how we can enjoy each other, how we can make life just a tiny bit better on ourselves. And I think telling the truth would be one of those steps that we need to take. So I hope I can get this movement started and people will join me and let me be the example. But till next time, I'm gonna get up out of here. Love y'all.